Good morning, my name is RetroPat, and today I'm lucky enough to share my story of the best video game deal I've ever gotten. This is just one of those finds that you always see people pick up on YouTube and think, could that happen to me? How is that possible? How could you pay $5 for a rule of rose or whatever it may be, right? And it finally happened. Enough thrifting, enough hunting. I think the odds just eventually go in your favor. Going to new locations and new spots is super nice as well. The stars just aligned. I went to a thrift store that was under new management, and this guy, really incredible guy, really cool guy, born in Ireland. I talked to him for a little, but that's one of the cool things, is like getting to know people, just hanging out with them. As soon as like I came in, he was like kind of messing with his employee, telling jokes, and I was laughing at his jokes, like, across the thing, and I think he noticed that. He was like, "Oh, I see you laughing," or whatever. And like, I didn't mean that as some sort of like, "Oh, like, give me the deals," sort of thing, but I think we already built that. We're naturally building that connection, and human connections go so far when it comes to deals, and it's got to go both ways, right? You got to be respectful and kind, and try to help them back a bit too. And I would love to go back to his store, and I could see, I'm rambling, we'll get to the stuff in a sec, but I could see myself going back to the store and him being like, "Hey, like, $60 for everything." If he offers me another deal, I'm gonna just be like, "You know what, man, I'll pay you 100 for this, or I'll pay you whatever," because it's just too good. But essentially, he was like, "Hey man, look for video game stuff," and I was like, "Yeah." He went to the back, got a big box of controllers, PS2 memory cards, all sorts of stuff, a bunch more loose discs. The loose discs are hilariously where I made most of my money. He just had bangers, unbelievable, like Mario Karts, 4 copies of Wii Sports. I mean, those are the easiest sales in the world, $20 a piece. It was really easy turnaround, good stuff. Some cool stuff to add to I'm not selling everything, but cool stuff to add to my collection as well. I mostly collect. I flip or resell very, very, very little. I just like collecting on a budget. So it's tough because, which is, if you want to resell, more power to you. But it is tough because I'll be at stores and I'll be like price checking stuff on my phone, and I feel like people view me as a dirty reseller all the time. When, like, first of all, it's fine to be a reseller, and secondly, I just like to collect on a budget. Like, I like collecting on a budget, and that's what makes me. It feels good to get a deal. All humans know what it's like to like get a deal. It's one of the best feelings, But I'm getting distracted. It was one of those times where he brought stuff from the back to show me. If they're bringing you stuff from the back to show you the back stock, you're usually getting some pretty good deals and some pretty good stuff. So I just picked out, he was like, "You know what, just pick out whatever you want, bring it up to me, and I'll ring it up, and we'll just kind of work out a deal." So let's go ahead and actually start showing you guys the stuff. I'll have timestamps in the description, so you could have skipped all of this if you wanted to actually just see the physical stuff. We've got a big cardboard box full of stuff to go through. DS games, PS2 games, a lot of controllers, a power cord, a lot of loose discs. All the loose discs are in this Pokemon tin. I don't want to shake them around too much, obviously, because they're loose discs, but they're all in here. We'll probably cover these last because it's just, the most physically contained thing. We'll go ahead and do some other stuff first. Put that over here. Let's first start with, let's go through the couple games that there are. A lot of this is going into my collection. Okay, I want to preface. Goosebumps Horrorland. This ended up being like a $13 or so DS game, a little more than I expected, which was kind of cool. I think it's complete in box. This was like one of the cheapest games, hilariously. Star Wars Starfighter. This was like $3, but it's a PS2 game, and obviously I got everything. Got everything for $40. Keep in mind, everything was $40, and I'll tell you how much it was all worth towards the very end. Sonic Unleashed, picked that up, labeled as $2, got it for much less. It's hard to calc what everything was individually. Get it. So this is like for the collection. I'm not a huge Sonic guy, but I want to give the franchise more of a chance. Got the love for a reason. Splinter Cell Conviction Collector's Edition. This is one of my favorite pieces of the box. I just love collector's editions from the 360 era. I love that stuff. It's my favorite console, which is very zoomer. My favorite console, and I love the collector's editions. There were so many collector's editions that came out of that era, and I do want to go for a bit of them. Shrek 2 on GameCube. Probably will end up selling this. Not a huge GameCube guy. Scooby-Doo in the Spooky Swamp. The art style on this is kind of cute. I want to try this game. This is probably a game that I end up selling off, but it's a cute little Wii. I want to play more of the Wii platformers. Give the console a chance. I definitely end up being one of the Wii haters, but I'm a Wii idealist, okay? The Wii is interesting in theory, it's cute and cool in theory, but every time I load up my Wii and I have to shake my fucking hand around to play a video game, I'm like, oh god, why did I do this? And I always regret it. So let's continue on. A quick 360 power cable with for like the Elite. It's like this one. I get these whenever possible. These go for like 20 bucks a piece usually. They're actually like pretty, and I have a bunch of extra 360s that I buy in broken lots and then fix up and, you know, sell off or whatever. So, or just keep around the house usually. You got to work on that selling part. Quick, nice black Nintendo brand OEM GameCube controller. You'd love to see that. I'm gonna have to put all the controllers somewhere. Probably put them down here for now. Black GameCube controller. I'll be flashing prices up on screen probably, hopefully. If not, sorry, it's probably too much editing for my lazy brain. You can just price chart this stuff really easily. I price charted all of it. I'll tell you the total cost at the end. So if you want that, you can skip to the end if you really want to. But if you want to see everything, it's kind of cool. Just a quick Xbox 360 controller. Really good. Has the back. A lot of these controllers, some of them aren't going to have the back, and we'll talk about that. Xbox One controller. I only have one of these, or two, I guess two technically now. Well, this is my third. Doesn't have the back, so I'll have to get a back for that at some point. But I do want to just pick up more Xbox One controllers for personal use. We've got some special Xbox controllers coming up, which are awesome. This is the Xbox White controller, just like the classic OG. I don't have one of these actually, so I want to have one. I love 360, love having all the controllers and all that stuff. Now this is, I'm pretty sure this is the Halo. There's a bunch of Halo special controllers. I think it's like the Halo 3 one, correct? I think this is the Halo 3, like that came with the console. I don't know if it's supposed to have a black back here. I don't know if it's supposed to be green or not. I'm not sure. It does have black accents on all the buttons, so that might just be correct, but I'm not sure. A lot of the backs were torn off. I had to like dig through the box to find them, so it was a bunch of scrappy stuff, but I put it together, cleaned it up. Here we are. Halo green controller, I'm pretty sure. A licensed camo controller. I don't know if this was for a game or if just a camo controller. It does have this little like symbol on the side and some numbers. I don't know what it stands for, but all of these controllers that I could find online had these. I think it's just like a military style controller. It looks really cool. People like the camo. More power to them. A lot of these controllers end up being like 20 bucks a piece, if not like 25. But this is the Big Daddy controller, and this is the one. I remember when I saw this in the box, and I was like, dude, this is a great find here. All the controllers are. But this is like 40 bucks alone, more closer to 35 if I'm being totally honest, but pays for the whole lot right there. I mean, I love the idea of collecting special edition Xbox stuff. I'm super excited to probably keep this. I'm keeping a lot of this stuff. I'll end up selling off some extra stuff, but okay. On to the last of the controllers. A lot of the loose discs will probably go to a local game store, and I'm okay with getting. When you resell stuff, I'm gonna give you guys the retail price of everything at the end. But keep in mind when you resell stuff, you're probably making closer to like 50 to 80% of its value, depending on how you sell it. I end up going to I look for really good deals, then end up taking it to local stores just to dump it off and be really easy about it. So I don't mind that. I know that's kind of a waste to a lot of resellers. Like, oh, you know, you're an idiot, like blah blah blah. Like just resell on marketplace, and like it's a lot more work, and I prefer the time. It's, you know, do whatever you want to do. I'll probably do a little bit more eBay and stuff here and there in the future, but we'll get to that. Two white Wii controllers. None of these have been tested, I will say. Controllers are pretty sturdy. Controllers, I feel like, unless there's like visible damage that they've been like messed up, most controllers are pretty sturdy and aren't going to have issues. Certain 360 buttons can have issues. They can either get stuck or like double press or something of the sort. So there's like certain stuff you can like, but that's like a really quick, easy like open up, clean the controller. Most controllers, just in games, except for like the Switch, obviously there's like certain controllers with constant issues. Switch Joy-Cons have constant drift. I never touch them. I don't know if I would pick up like wild Switch Joy-Cons out there unless you probably can fix the drift pretty easily though. I feel like there is a way, but I haven't messed around with that console much at all. Another Wii controller with a missing, I think all of these have missing backs. Well, this one doesn't actually. This one's missing a back, but it has like the plastic grip, which kind of holds the batteries in place and acts as a back, which is nice. I have 15 Japanese Wiis, all which need a controller. So I didn't care if they were missing the backs. Like any Wii controllers that were there, I picked up. This guy with the Motion Plus. These Motion Plus things are actually like really important. These really, really matter to a lot of people, so definitely pick those up if you see them. I think they add just so much more accurate motion detection on the Wii controller, and it makes a lot of games a lot more viable, so keep an eye out for those. All right, next up we are going to go ahead and open up the Pokemon little card lunchbox thing. There's loose discs in here, as well as a bunch of memory cards, so I'm going to go through and count all the memory cards. I forget how many there are of each, and there's a bunch. Like here's one stack. Okay, this is not all of them, it's most of them. one stack of them. It's a lot of memory cards. So these are the OG, like, black PS2 memory cards. They're all 8 megabyte, like the original PS2. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. So 8 original black PS2 memory cards. Then we've got some of the max memory. These are awesome. The max memory, like 64 megabyte ones. There's 2 of those, and then 1 of the 32 megabytes. And these are worth a bit more. I mean, they just hold way more storage, way more useful nowadays for PS2 stuff. Having to get so many of the 8 megabyte ones is a pain. So a couple of those. I just picked up whatever good memory cards I could see. 16 times a GameCube memory card. I have one small one, but it's good to get extras. I don't play that much GameCube. I have a Wii that's GameCube compatible, and that's the extent of my GameCube. I don't play that much. I did pick up these. I don't actually, so I looked these up online. I don't know enough about the N64, okay? I apologize. I have very little nostalgia for the console. I played like Vigilante 8 on it. Mario Kart, I played on it. I don't think I ever played Banjo-Kazooie on original hardware. I don't think I played Banjo-Kazooie until 360. I'm trying to think. Very Zoomer. I know, okay? Make fun of me for being young. Honestly fair. I'm trying to think what else. Definitely played Quake. I played Quake, the original Quake on N64. Stuff like that. But I didn't play. I missed a lot of the N64. Okay, so or Pokemon Stadium. How did I miss the best game? But the main reason to own an N64 is because of Pokemon Stadium. True and real. Okay. We've got these these jumper packs. I don't know if these actually do anything. I think I looked it up, and I think it's like they're basically just like filler, like placeholders. These 2 N64 jumper packs. I think that they're literally just placeholders. I'm actually surprised at how well the camera picked that up. I think they're just placeholders. Like this is like this same thing pretty much, I think, a jumper pack. If you guys know what these do, honestly, tell me in the comments. It'd be really, really helpful. From what I could find, I think they're literally just placeholders, but until you get the like an action pack, or like the red like thing that like adds RAM or whatever. Adds memory. I don't know if those 3 actually do anything, but I could be wrong. 2 little more memory cards. A blue PS2. I have a lot of nostalgia for this. I had daycare that had one of these, and I just stuck out to me, and I always wanted one. Now I have one, which is kind of cool. One of these Nikon. Is that the brand? Nico. You see these a bit. These like weird yellow bee, almost, yeah, bumblebee like memory cards. I like these. They're cute. They're fun. Now, on to the final thing. The stack. Like, you look at everything I've showed you so far, and it's like, where's the value, dude? Hey King, where's the value? And honestly, everything that I've showed you so far, I'm trying to guess, it's probably like $150 or less of value. The one controller alone is 35. These memory cards are hilariously like 50 something, I think, worth of memory cards, which is really funny. At least the traditional black PS2 ones. And then Splinter Cell's like 20, DS game's like 13, the Scooby-Doo game is like shockingly 15 or 13 or 12 or something. Shrek is like 12. All GameCube games are just like $15 for whatever reason. People love GameCube. I wasn't a huge fan. I'm sorry to the GameCube fans. More power to you. It just wasn't my thing. So I'd say around 150 from things we looked at so far, something like that. But now the real value comes from all of these loose games. I'm going to try to handle them kind of carefully and just show you guys game by game as I say that. So Tony Hawk's, wow, I just combined everything there. Tony Hawk's Underground on original Xbox. We got original Xbox, we got PS2, GTA San Andreas on PS2. Tony Hawk's is like $10, I think, loose, maybe $8. San Andreas is like $8 to $10 loose. I can just go off of memory. Most of this should be mostly correct. Naughty Bear, this is funny though. This is a fucking PAL game. They had a fucking PAL game at this you can kind of see it there. At this thrift store. How did this end up there? Also, what a strange game to have PAL. Naughty Bear is a dog shit game. I love this game. I was so excited for this game as a 14-year-old, 15-year-old. This game was made for me when it released. I remember making my mom go to like a GameStop, and then it wasn't there, and I had to go, she was like trying to reward me, and we like couldn't find the game, and I was so sad that night. We went home. She got it for me like on like the online digital marketplace. I played it, paid $20 for it. It was kind of, that was a new game for me. And there's nothing worse when you get a new game as a kid, especially like a digital one, and you play it and you realize, oh, this game sucks. This game is shit. I just wasted this Christmas present, this birthday present. Nothing feels shittier as a kid than getting a new game and it's sucking. However, Manhunt on Xbox. Never played this. Super excited to. It's on the wish list. Now I can take that off, which is nice. Jet Li A Rise to Honor game. Oh, the Manhunt's like 20 loose, which is awesome. This is like $2 or $3, nothing crazy. King of Arthur, I think another like $2 to $5 game, nothing crazy. I don't know much about it. Chronicles of Riddick, probably around 5 to 7, if I'm not mistaken. I actually love this movie. This movie's a lot of fun if you haven't seen it. Really good premise, really spooky portrayals of like an alien planet. Very dark, mysterious, very much plays into the fear of the unknown. Very, very good movie. Crazy ending. Wii Sports Resort, like easy 20 to 30 bucks. Mario Kart Wii's, these are 25 each loose, from my understanding, and there's 2 of them, so that's 50 bucks. Like, if you think about it like that, how, dude, man, Nintendo homestay titles, or what's it called? Oh man, it's just nuts. That's 50 bucks right there, just for 2 discs. That's a lot of the crazy value in this. Is just discs can be crazy, you know. Wii Sports, 20 bucks. Wii Sports, 20 bucks. Some of these are scratched. I will say there's 1 or 2. I think one of the Wii Sports that probably isn't playable. I'll have to go test it honestly today. This one's pretty scratched, but probably mostly fine. Wii Sports, 20 bucks. This one you can even see the scratches on the front, and that's how you know the back is probably pretty bad. This one, that one's questionable. I don't know if I kind of doubt the Wii laser is powerful enough. I don't think that's going to work. We'll see, though. That's like 80 bucks in Wii Sports right there. Banjo-Kazooie, Nuts and Bolts. I already own this in the Rare collection on Xbox One, so I'll definitely sell that. And then a loose copy of SSX Tricky. Nuts and Bolts is like 9 bucks. This is like 11 bucks for another copy of SSX Tricky. I have SSX Tricky. I have it in Japanese. I have it in English. I should get some other. I do kind of want to own eventually one day like an Xbox original copy of SSX Tricky. Like all the different copies. Speaking of SSX on the TV behind me. I love the idea of owning different variations or different languages of SSX Tricky on different consoles. It's my favorite, for those who don't know, it's my favorite retro game of all time. If you consider it retro, PS2, you know, up to you. But yeah, that was my best deal ever. I'm going off of memory here. I calced it up. I brought up my Windows calculator and I priced everything. Came out to around 650 bucks. It was like 630, 650, something like that. Around $650 of stuff. And it's just crazy. If you think about it, things like the Xbox Power Cord is like 20 bucks. All the controllers, it blew my mind. So I paid $40, not just for my own stuff. Like if I want to subtract, you know, whatever I could, but like really, I paid 40 bucks for everything. $650 worth of stuff. Definitely the most insane find I've ever had. A lot of fun doing it. I definitely want to go back to that store. I want to talk to that guy, cut him in on some deals, and just maybe get a line of communication going where it's like, hey man, any video game stuff that comes in, call me up, cut me a deal on it. I will just buy your stock out, you know, over and over and over again. So you'll never be sitting on that stuff. It'll never be taking up space. For thrift stores, like a lot of things is like they want to move stuff because they don't want to be like it's space, man. Space is so important. It's why a lot of thrift stores. Or there's certain chains that will, if they'll put price tags on stuff and they'll like date it, and if it's been there for over a month, I think it'll be like half off because they care about the space. They want to keep stuff moving. They don't want stuff sitting there. But anyways, that's it for today. I think pretty casual, quick video. Yeah, nothing crazy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed fun little background content while you guys are browsing eBay or just playing games or doing whatever. Listen to me talk, have some fun, enjoy it. Like the video if you enjoyed it, dislike if not, and subscribe for daily videos until I hit 1,000 subscribers. And then after 1,000, I'll probably do bi-daily or tri-daily if that's a word. I'll see you guys later. Peace, Areno.